Welcome back to Reinfrastructure. Today we are starting a three-part series all about the far west neighborhood of Manhattan. You might recognize behind me the Javits Center if you often go to conventions. It's the city's convention center if you didn't already pick up on that. And they are starting a $1.5 billion expansion to increase the total square footage of it by 66% or so. Originally it had 1.8 million square feet, and they're adding right over there behind this fence, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, 1.2 million square feet, so that's going to be a great addition. And it's definitely good because the Javits Center is pretty small compared to some of the other ones. I mean, it doesn't look that small. It goes down, what, like 4 blocks? It looks pretty big, doesn't it? But yeah, it's compared to some of the others, like in Chicago, I've heard they have a pretty big one. And I think it's definitely going to be a big addition. It's going to be good. Also, the new expansion part's going to have a lot more stuff in it. Like, it's going to be a lot more high-tech than the current part. It's going to have better bathrooms, better everything. And there's also going to be a 50,000 square foot ballroom placed on top for, like, business meetings and that sort of stuff. Like holiday parties for fancy businesses. Which, I think that'll be I mean, it's kind of neutral for me, but, you know, why not? So that's it for the Javits Center for now. It's being spearheaded by Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, and next I believe we're going down to 36th Street, so come with me. For part 1 of this video, we will be talking about the buildings around, like, just north of Hudson Yards. And for part 2, we're going to be talking about Manhattan West, which is over there right now. And finally for part 3, that's when we're going into the big stuff, like 30 Hudson Yards, which is right in front of me. I'll turn around so you can see it. Yeah, it's a big one. Well, right now I'm at 545 West 37th. This empty spot in the ground here, yeah, that's gonna turn into a 621,000 square foot hotel and apartment building. 2/3 of it are gonna be the hotel, which will be the bottom 29 floors, and the top third is going to be 135 apartments. It's going to have an 82-car garage, which, well, everyone loves. We need garages in the city. We're always out of parking spaces. And it's gonna be 46 floors tall. And it's going to be 622 feet high. And it should be completed in 2020, but judging by how much work has been done, I'm gonna say it's gonna be done in 2021. Or later. See you at the next building. We made it to our third building. This one is 515 West 36th Street. It's a residential building right there. And it will finish soon, probably like later this year. It's already being covered with glass, which is a good step. And I believe that they're starting to take down the external elevators. Well, it's 418 feet tall and it will have 38 floors, which is not super tall for this neighborhood, but in general it's pretty high. And it will have 251 apartments, including 63 apartments for the housing lottery for affordable housing, which is very good because this city very clearly has a lack of housing, especially this neighborhood, which will soon form. Well, anyway, here we are at our next building. Yeah, it's gonna be like this a lot. It's gonna get kind of repetitive. 470 11th Avenue. It's called Hudson Rise, and it's going to be 320,000 square feet. It's right across the street from a mini bus station, which is always helpful. And it should be, well, They said it'd be finished in late 2018 or early 2019, but I don't really think that's gonna happen too much. So, yeah, that doesn't look ready. Well, some good things are that it's gonna be 700 feet tall, and it's gonna have 47 floors. Mostly it's gonna be a hotel with about 400 rooms, but we'll also have some condos, 50 of them, and they're gonna be very expensive and very fancy. Better believe it. And the whole building's set to cost about $600 million when it starts. I gotta say, that one was a long walk. I went from about right there, yeah, right where my finger is, to here. And woo, that was so tiring, man. Woo, out of breath. Well, anyway, enough clowning around. This building right here is gonna be a hotel again. It's gonna have 210,000 square feet. It's gonna be 445 feet tall with 42 floors and 440 rooms. A lot of fours in that. And, well, they didn't really give an exact date for this, but they said around 2021 or 2022, which is still possible considering that the building that they have to demolish first is still sitting there. So, it's certainly possible, but maybe a little bit later. But anyway, I think it should. I think this one will be a good addition as well. Well, here we are at the next building, 476 11th Avenue. And, well, obviously they didn't put up a post no bills sign because there are a lot of bills on this wall. Well, this is going to be a mixed-use building, so it'll be able to be used by a bunch of different people. It's going to be 1.4 million square feet, which is more than the other ones we've seen so far. And it's going to have 528 apartments in it. I'll admit that's pretty impressive. It'll use 500,000 square feet for that, and the other 900,000 or so will be for an office building, which is going to be above it. The offices right now haven't been leased yet, and that's not because the building's not here, it's just they haven't found a deal yet, but definitely as these buildings start coming in, they will fill up. It's inevitable, because the company would definitely love to get into a new building. Well, on to the next one. Here I am for yet another hotel. This one's going to be a Courtyard by Marriott. It's 461 West 34th Street. It will be a 399 room hotel that will be 312 feet tall. It will be 220,000 square feet. This one's not as big as some of the other ones, but it's still kind of large. And it will consist of 29 floors. And it looks like it's almost done. It should be completed pretty soon. Yes, there is a design in place right now by Shop Architects. They're the ones who designed the new LaGuardia. I like their work a lot, to build a building right here, 360 10th Avenue. It's on the corner between Manhattan West, which is right there, and Hudson Yards, which is right here. In design, it would be 774 feet tall with 61 floors and 730,000 square feet, which would be very nice. It also connects really well to the High Line, which is right here. And I think that this would be a good spot for a building, but it's also right next to the Lincoln Tunnel, which could get really annoying for people who live and work here. Well, work, it's not live, but it could get really annoying for them. So that could be one downside to this building. If I'm gonna talk about the neighborhood, I can't, leave Hudson Boulevard Park out. Man, it's really hot out here. Well, Hudson Boulevard Park is the park that I'm standing in right now. It is the most modern park in the city. And it's it makes more of an L shape right now and goes from 36th Street all the way down to the Vessel and cuts over westward towards the water. Well, Well, the vessel's not open yet, but that's a few parts away. This park will extend up to 41st Street. It's gonna reach over the Lincoln Tunnel. And yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be an interesting walk, definitely. I can't wait to take it. And it's gonna be connected to the High Line on 34th Street over in that way. And it is one of the most technologically active parks in the city. Like underneath the whole park are sensors, make sure the plants are getting enough water, and also it connects to the Hudson River Park all the way on 12th Avenue to make sure that someone who lives here can walk all the way over to, I don't know, the financial district without having to leave a park, which I think is going to be pretty nice. Oh hey, didn't see you there. This is mid-editing, Ryan. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut this part 1 into 2 parts because it would have ended up being about 20 minutes long, and well, I don't know if you guys want to watch a 20-minute long video, so I'm cutting into part 1 into 2 10-minute sections. Then part 2 and part 3 are coming later on. I know, I'm sorry about that. It'll come soon enough, probably next week, and well, sorry about that, but thank you for watching. I'll get this series out pretty quickly, or I'll try to at least. School started, so it might move a bit slower, but thanks for sticking with me, and, well, catch you next time on Reinfrastructure. See ya.